Welcome to the Lost Life Scout, where we tally up victims in horror movies, anime, TV shows, and music videos, and beyond. I am your host, William Pry, aka Nexus, and I turn the key to see what happens. Welcome. I am doing Oz Perkins yet again from his long legs from my previous Lost Lives count that actually boom because Anthony Perkins, who actually a psycho, and I will actually tell Anthony Perkins' inspiration for both Long Legs and Psycho, but honestly, I'm actually doing the monkey. But yep, you guys hear it right. Who actually is in every Psycho movie except for the Bates Motel and the remake. Well, it's about time I do a Stephen King story. But honestly, this is actually different than the original. Actually, a little different. But he actually got permission from Stephen King, which I will actually discuss more. This evil monkey, is actually found by him and Hal and his brother that kill people in cartoony ways or fake ways. Like, it's a mix of like a cartoon, but it mixed like Itchy and Scratchy meets Final Destination. The kills are so goddamn funny. And this is the most fun I ever had with this Lives Lost count. I mean, I actually enjoy it because, well, I actually made the thumbnail. I actually love everything about it, and it's actually an amazing story about loss. So, how many lives did this monkey have when somebody wound its key? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Get to the lives lost. The movie begins with Black Bear Productions, Neon Productions, C2 Productions, Atomic Monsters logo, and TC Productions. It all present with a song. We see a pawn shop with a diver with a harpoon, a rat, and we meet Captain P.D. Shelbourne. who's given, who actually want to give a monkey, the monkey, to the pawn shop, covered in blood, which it was from a man, but I can't count that because, well, it's actually a man, but I can't count that because I did not see the kill happen, so it doesn't count. But the pawn shop owners say that I won't take it off the hands because I won't return. I won't have a toy. It's not a toy. It should be. And they PD actually turned the key and the drumsticks came down. And the rat chose the... Honestly, it's like a domino effect. The rat chews and the harpoon shot through the pawn shop owner's gut. And they actually pull out his intestines by go in and out at 4 minutes and 17 seconds. Honestly, these deaths were going to be coming out cartoonish and deaths throughout. It's going to be like Final Destination, me. Well, the filming location is in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Maple Ridge. And why Vancouver is set in the pawn shop. Quieter that later. And the production is September 5th through March 22nd. When it gets colder and much more. Honestly, the toy monkey, it's actually based on the 1980s short story of Oscar Perkins' film The Monkey, whose origins is left ambiguous, but the design of the short is actually symbols, but Perkins actually changed it to drums to give it a fresh beat. The powers, every time the monkey plays, someone die. Often in a freak, Rube Goldberg style accent. The represent eventually the death, like Final Destination Force. It doesn't kill the person who wants it, but someone nearby. So it only kills somebody nearby. Perkins lean more the absurdity, making the monkey less about logic and more chaotic cosmic horror and slapstick edge. Wait, this is also a cosmic horror? This is also... Stephen King's short is actually published in the Galaxy magazine and later collected by the Skeleton Crew in 1985. It focuses on how Bill, twin brothers, who discover a toy monkey by their father. Every time the symbol clash, another death, and haunt them during childhood. Honestly, Perkins added a dark comedy and outrageously exaggerated cartoonish kills. The toy instrument changed from cymbals to drums. Explain the father role to tie it to the cursed object. Now, actually, Captain Petey actually see a flamethrower. I call him Captain Petey because, well, his grandson named Petey Jr., so it melted to the title card, and it's actually shift, so nice to know. The monkey! And we cut to where the movie begins. It's honestly, we actually meet Hal and Bill Shelbourne. Honestly, it's actually Hal's story in Hal's voice that he told Hal is older because he ate his placenta, and Bill been a jerk. And Bill always tried to kill him in his dreams with a bowling ball. That will actually reference to but honestly, their mom actually talked about their dad, that he actually left them years ago. That his junk is horseshit. That they actually went into their house, his closet, to get and the hanger said shaped like a boomerang and have aneurysm. That's actually going to be referenced earlier in the film. The box a organ grinder monkey. Don't open it, guys. The monkey. Don't open this. Honestly, they're not going to open it because honestly, they actually don't know if they turned the key. Honestly, the monkey and beat drums. So their mom have a date and they go with Andy Wilkes. No, it's not Andy Wilkes from the freaking Misery. No, it's Andy Wilkes, their babysitter. They go to a restaurant, a takoyaki, which is a restaurant that cook on grills that famous chefs have to cook on. Honestly, what actually happened? The monkey actually plays the drums, while the monkey. But what actually happened? Why did the monkey play a drum in the car? Like a freak accident, Bill actually caused Annie's death at 11 minutes and 57 seconds without knowing. Annie dies by getting her head cut off by a takoyaki chef. Honestly, it did traumatize the boys because it's a mix of horror and comedy. It's actually the death is located at the location of the death is actually located at the Japanese hibachi and taki grill, where they actually perform dinners. It's actually shot in Vancouver, British. And it was actually the construction design to allow control stunt to work with knives and rig prosthetics. But playing PD Shelbourne, Adam Scott, who actually Ben Wyatt in Park Recreation, servants in played Mark Scout, stepbrothers Derek, and Big Little Lies in Ed. Ed McKenzie. Playing Lois Shelbourne and Taya McKenzie, who is an orbit back in multiple clones, who actually have a anyone role. She-Hulk attorney at law, Jennifer Walters She-Hulk. She Perry Mason sister Alice McGee. She plays stronger as Aaron Yuri. Play Annie the babysitter. Play Darcy Dreyer. She's in Supernatural, a guest role. And the 100 support role. Play young Hal and young Bill Shelbourne and Kristen Cobain, who actually played Gus, and also Cocaine Bear Harry, my previous Lost Lives count. I cannot believe I actually did another previous Lost Lives count. It cuts after the scene, and Annie had lay on the prey. And if you will begin, and honestly, Lois say everybody died not peacefully, and they actually do the sock hop. It's actually the happiest of Hal's life. The music was loud and bright, and the moment that it feels like the curse is gone. But Bill make Hal life a living hell, and he actually got the pants, deep hands by the bullies front. Laugh at Echo and Hal see the monkey and wait. He asks Mom why you put the weird monkey. He actually talking to it and make him say aloud and mock at him. I can't tell you what is he say, but go watch the movie. It's on Hulu. But the organ grind monkey and the drumsticks everywhere, and honestly the puberty, awkward and cruel. Everyone actually making fun of him, and they throw bananas at him. Joker spread across the halls, and soon as food, and Lois actually making devil's food, and Hal turned the key, widen echo through the room. The monkey raises its arm and pound strike the curse again. And Bill doesn't get killed. It kills somebody else. Somebody else who is important to the story. And if I actually say the boomerang aneurysm, the hanger that said boomerang, that looked like a boomerang, it's an aneurysm. Well, his voice is breaking and blood pour out her mouth and nose. She collapsed, dying of a cerebral aneurysm. The house sign. She died at 21 minutes. Unlike the cartoon death, it requires something that doesn't just kill enemy. The Shelbourne house was actually in Maple Ridge, British Columbia. That grounded the atmosphere that Vancouver for effects. The tone shift, Osborne deliberate stage the death differently from the other kills. Is there slapstick gore? It's shot a serious, heartbreaking way. Perkins actually say that he want this death to break your heart instead of laugh. She played Emily's collapse dialogue, relying on physical acting as sudden pain and collapse. Critics praise her ability to feel raw moment and standing. The practical effects of blood rings from her mouth and nose. The light and sound of the seven monkeys' drums is shock. The lowest depth is emotional anchor. That is actually a permanent scar. That actually scars Bill and Hal permanently, viewing them through adulthood. She died, and honestly, like I say, it was a boomerang aneurysm, and now it doesn't take a. It actually, I say in the beginning, it actually like Final Destination. It doesn't even take requests. It just kills a person near. So he knows it think it's real. His uncle Chip and Ida don't want kids. They are swingers. If you guys want to know what a swinger is, you don't want to know. You do not want to know. Hey guy, hey, he said to Hal. Now Hal chop up the monkey and it actually oozes black. And he thinks it the end of it all. And when they arrive at Maine, Hal playing with the Jack-a-Box and Bill still in his suit because there's going to be more deaths. And change it from and Bill see a monkey. The monkey is back. Why, Hal? And honestly, he wants to turn the key next. And I think, did Mom turn it? Honestly, the next one on the block was Uncle Jip. He died of a unusual kind of a hunted accident. Stampede by horses in a sleeping pad. Honestly, like Tony Todd, he turned into a human-sized meat pie. Quarters had to pour his remains at 29:29, 29 minutes and 29 seconds. Honestly, Oz Perkins actually played himself in this role, and I will actually give this, but I actually well, it's actually more disturbing on here, but I think it was actually the location of Uncle Chip's cabin in Maine is actually in British Canada, Double Royal, Maine. That Maple Ridge, that dense corporate, that director. Honestly, Oz Perkins actually cast himself as Uncle Chip deliberately to give himself a grotesque death. He said that he wanted to own the curse by literally embroidering it. The horse stampede was created by a mix of real horses and stunt doubles and CGI extensions. Only a brief of Chip being trampled is shown, but the aftermath bag was a prostrated bag with gore bag. The gross out that is the revolted bag in Chip death was a curse. But honestly, Uncle Chip was actually played by Oscar. Chip was played by Oscar Perkins, who is legally blonde David. 6 degrees separation Trent, non teen movie, and he also directed The Black Good Daughter, I Am the Pretty Things in the House, Long Legs, and he also in his dad's movie as a young Norman Bates. And Ida is actually played by Sarah Levy. She's Tara Sands in Schitt's Creek. United We Follow Joe. Sarir Iron Susan Iron and Socially Chloe. Now, Bella doesn't mind Uncle Chip be gone because he was a jerk. They actually need to make the monkey gone, so Hal and Bella just made the box that the monkey came in and throw it down the wish you well. Hey! It's the magic in the well. I am sorry, I had to do a SpongeBob reference. I am sorry. And the splash too deep. The curse is buried. The box is actually gone, so it's going to stay gone. But the monkey never stay gone, so it waits. 25 years later, I hear noise. The monkey actually sound drumming and the music play. And she grabs the gun and what actually happens, she actually fell on fishing lures, take them out and put rubbing alcohol on her face, and then she smelled rising fumes. She turned on the hold on. Bill, now we actually do she actually got the flame, and the bear actually saw the flame, but she actually kicks the door and the fire lightning light, and she got her scar, her body twitch, and the fire just burned her away, while her skull just skew her head. And her behind her death, it actually marks the return of the monkey over a decade. Sarah Levay wore a Proco fire suit for controlled burns, and the fire on her head is a enhanced CGI overlay to attend to burns safety. Honestly, there are stuff double that falls into this implement into the sign. Honestly, Perkins actually want to have Sam Raimi slapstick style that do, and honestly, I've never seen the monkey because he actually grown, and he actually never see a family, but he actually had to pick up his kid. He told his boss Dwayne that he didn't believe he have a kid. He going to take him to horror night, and Dwayne smoking a vape. That's going to be a story later, and that's a sign of the omen to come. A birthday card with Love How on it. How, honestly, Ted and his ex-wife, who actually after they actually took his son, Ted going to take full custody. And in Petey Jr. name after his grandfather, they argued that Ted is last day to actually remember his father. Honestly, When they actually arrive at the motel, we actually meet Ricky, and he saw the monkey. And honestly, it's actually a estate sale, so he actually bought the monkey. And we actually see old photos of his dad, and his mom said he left to go get some pussy because he's a cop. Wait. Cops don't get pussy. I'm sorry for my language, YouTube. Sorry. That what Ricky say in the freaking movie, not me. Pardon my language. Back in the motel, later in the motel, PD asks, does he have any siblings? Hal said no. Wait. What is Bill? Chopped liver? What his mom's name? Lois. Honestly, Bill doesn't want to talk about Bill. Hal doesn't want to talk about Bill because he wants to put family aside because he doesn't want to talk about his shitty life. Honestly, I want to go get dinner, but here comes the monkey dream. Honestly, the monkey took him in a fever dream that ends where the monkey should chop him, and the drums pounded. Honestly, the air conditioner just turned off, so he turned it back on. Then the phone rang, and no caller. Hey, dumb shits. It's Bill. I am not trying to get demon. I'm not trying to say offensive and try to get this age restriction. That what Bill said in the movie. Sorry, YouTube. He knows it's Bill. The curse is circling, and he actually told Ida is dead and he's the next of kin. But wait, Bill is the next of kin because Bill is the oldest. Now a woman. They are arguing because he had to get the monkey. No, he had to get the monkey. Now they honestly, they never care because honestly, Bill turned the key. Multiple times near Hal. Well, Hal is nearby, not Bill. And what actually happened is the air conditioner fell, and the shockwave just shocks, and the woman jumped in the freaking pool and exploded into chunks and rained down at 46-72. I'll say, honestly, it's not the cleanest kill, but honestly, it's like a freaking. Okay, imagine it's the hotel scene where Hal and Petey is while the curse resurfaces, another curse resurfaces, And it was shot in Vancouver, British Columbia, an American roadside motel. And it was a controlled set water tank. And what actually made this? The explosion was staged with practical body parts and blood bag and rig trunks. The stunt performer did the initial dive with a dummy body used to the explosion. It's actually digital sparks and water extortion and gore spray while intended expense. The explosion was exaggerated in post and cartoony. Honestly, Oz Perkins actually intended to make a Looney Tunes gag go wrong, horribly and but surprising. And the effects of Verizon is Edward J. Douglas, who make kills failure. And early on is reported that as biggest gas and laugh moments, that the monkey is predictably cruelty. Honestly, if you're actually wondering the new cast, adult Bill and Hal is played by Theo James, who actually in the Divergent series at 4, like White Lotus as Cameron, and Underworld Awakening as David, and How It End. Elijah Woods played Ted Hammerhead. If anybody knows, Elijah Woods in Lord of the Rings Inferno, Sin City, Comes to Daddy, and The Faculty, my previous Lost Lives Camp. Who actually played PD Bob is in J.D. Slater as in The Watchmen, Man in the High Castle as head person, Alpha and Nina Fala, and Project Blue and Mimi Hynix. Colin O'Brien played Petey Jr., who played young Willy Wonka in Wonka and Harrigan's Phone. And played Ricky is Ronald Campbell, who is credited as Thrasher. Who no. But Campbell is known for the Hardy Boy as Frank Hardy, and Halloween Ends as Corey Cunningham. But Dwayne Zia is also in Yellow Jackets and Hal screaming his pillow, and he screams at the motel that they actually have to go, and sorry for screaming a lot. P.S. How Lois died, and his aunt had to raise him that go, and chose it, and flashback take life as it is, and it's a nightmare! And Petey gone, but he's still alive. He actually come to things. He arrived in the car. He says stay in the car, and Petey actually didn't go poop in the motel. P, why you didn't go poop in the motel? Well, he actually say how and P didn't got notified that that his dad has siblings. But he does. Bill. So Hal got hold all this stuff. It's messy. Okay, here is everyone. Okay, Monday, Ida died. Tuesday, Mitch O'Connor got killed. His torso shredded by a lava at 53:30 seconds. A guy was drinking beer and seeing the aftermath. Wednesday, Bert Bergeson, who got his face melted up by an espresso machine at 53 minutes and 42 seconds. I guess he got a face off. Thursday, Nancy Rosie got a cobra bite in the neck at 53 minutes and 52 seconds. How are cobras made? They go around the house, and P did too. And he had to figure out that his brother and his dad and his brother are twins. And the door gets stuck, and he said, "Watch your pretty little head." And Barbara Bill said, "Got blow apart at 56 seconds and 12 seconds." Behind the scenes of Mitch death is a practical prosthetic torso that rigged with the neighbor horrified reaction was filmed separately to fill the gaps. Honestly, it was actually like a Final Destination style, Perkins said. Honestly, the behind the scenes of Bird's death, it was inspired by Raiders of the Lost Ark. If anybody wants to know, Raiders of the Lost Ark have a face melted scene, which I mentioned on my other channel, Top 10 Nexus Top 10s, which anybody can actually follow if anybody can know. The plastic head rig was sensitive latex layer and bubble appeal. CGI extended to steam grotesque. Result, honestly, it was a metallic cobra with close-up, and CGI snakehead with throat puncher. Perkins lead to call it a joke, death that lands with shock. But Barbara death is... Honestly, Barbara's death is more like a mannequin that rigged with shrubs that prosthetic limbs. A figure gag that was added in CGI, and Perkins describe it as Looney Tunes meet Evil Dead. Horrific but absurd. Honestly, after Barbara get the come out and the cheerleaders cheer, and Ricky saw the aftermath, and PD got. So they actually said not to leave. So they actually now. So how searching for the house for the monkey? He sound concerned. A fake Hal look. Honestly, Hal actually look for the phone book and he found Mrs. Monkey. And it's actually built. Wait. So why build some fakes? Why build some concern? Why build some concern? Sounds so fake. Unless Mrs. Monkey. Then he calls and it makes sense. Bill was the one that caused the deaths. He knew that Bill caused the death of Lois. So he came up to get the monkey and he waited for the monkey. So he actually found the monkey again. Whenever he looked and was there, so he actually reworked his childhood suit. Now the to kill his brother. And honestly, he's been key, and it's actually Dwayne that got his tried to get his fate, but he can't. And he didn't see the rake, and he stepped on it and got shoved in his throat. He choked and suffocate on it at 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 14 seconds. The location is a small vending machine area that the workplace the Reka was actually a twisted curse. And Bill Place was that lived is a booby trap motel that was rigged Home Alone style. PD sneaks in later that actually with monkey memorabilia and childhood. Bill is obsessed and descent into madness. Honestly, if you're actually wondering why the Reka is actually it's actually my favorite, but it's not I'm actually it's actually my favorite. It's actually not my favorite, but it's actually got enough laughs out of me when I actually see it. It's a homage to Siso Bob's rape gag in the Cake Fear episode. Oz Perkins wanted a bloodless but ridiculous kill to break the tension. The rake was a real rig, and the vape proper larger compressed air. The actor wore a prosthetic for choking effect. The death off screen, but the sound design so the moment gagging crunch real. Reception. This sucks. As one of the funniest kills in the movie, fan calls it the dumbest death with the smartest setup. And also, why did Perkins build the monkey? Made the monkey. Honestly, Perkins it's not just a haunted toy. Perkins, he did want to straight up the adaptation. He want to express Stephen King. He want him not just type with one hand. He want to hold the book with another. King humorous melancholy. He found the shy humorous and soak in melancholy lives. And captured not just horror and sadness of life. Honestly, his own grief with his parents published his own ways. Let me actually talk about it. His father, Anthony Perkins, the star of Psycho, died of a related illness. Honestly, this is also a reference to Long Wet Legs, where like his the main villain who actually won the prime rib, Long Legs, is actually based on his father not coming out as gay, and his mother, Barry Barrison, never was in denial. But his mother actually died in 9/11. He actually made the film at 29. It would have been sad, but at 51 it was funny because he actually break grief down like a waterbed. He want freedom. Perkins insists on making the film to avoid studio interference. He said we would have been neutral in humor. It had gone through traditional channels. He had wild liberty. He received the original cartoonish horror guts, kids, Looney Tunes logics. His pirate saint of Richard Donner, John Landis, Robert Zaki, and Chuck Jones. Not just horror legends, but masters of absurdity. Stephen King approved because he had to give him full creative freedom. No notes, no changes, just support for redemption. His bloodsuck ride. Ricky want the monkey for the monkey. Now Bill Deaf only Bill say death only happened when to was one of us. Now Ricky not that getting the monkey. He actually get the gun and asks for bullets. What caliber? P asks, did you kill anyone? Hal said no. He just take him home to keep him safe. The phone rings and he actually told him to stop turning the key. So Bill actually told him to either him or Bill turn the key forever, or Bill will turn the key and kill Petey, or Petey will turn the key. Your choice. Who actually knocking? He actually knocks and Petey actually he need to get Petey out. Hal actually say everything accident. Petey upset because he actually say he's an accident. But he not one. He actually precious to him. But he doesn't want evil. He actually been through evil stuff he got from his dad. Ricky dressed up as a police officer. Now time for us to drive and arrive. Ricky told him to get in the house, and how does it know about his brother's house? Pete doesn't know about the monkey evil, and now he actually had to get through. And you have a lot of booby traps. And Ricky actually hates cops because his dad was a cop. And they actually saw a wasp nest. Bill with the monkey. He actually told it was his grandfather's, Captain Petey Shelbourne, and the Bill tempt him to turn the key. To Petey turn the key. Now the drums and the nest came down after a little itching from Ricky, and how now Ricky go on the couch. The swarm of bees go in his mouth and make a nest. And it's where his jaw broke a little. 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 30. Sorry, guys. 37 seconds. Honestly, this is actually my favorite death. I actually agree with Rowan Campbell, who actually played Ricky. This is absolute mayhem and electric. Honestly, there was no real bees. And performer by Gargle and Fashion. in the back seat while Theo James screaming character. The jaw will rig used for the slop off reveal. The swimmer was fully CGI animated to crawl into the mouse and burst through the skin. The digital enhancement bled with the prosthetic to the jaw break seamlessly. The crew reaction, Kevin said, when the director called out the sad, silent, really absurd horror. Everyone was stunned before broke out. Perkins leaned into Raymond's slapstick, but nastier edge, grotesque yet ridiculous, a kill that stuck in memory. Bill say, turn it again, kill my dump ship. Bill actually say it to the monkey. And how actually? Release the terror of the monkey. At 1 hour and 24 minutes, a groom fell through the roof, and also the bride. The groom falls with a stuffed double fruit rib, a practical gourd that do. Film in a harness with wires later that easily erase the rub the seams and the debris that do. And honestly, the crew nickname is Until Death Do Us Part. Bill Bill did this. He wanted to kill Hal, so Bill did this. Honestly, Bill did this because he killed his mom. Sorry, your mom died. Life fucking sucked. She was my mom too. And they actually wished to. And he keep on sucking his hand until he shake it. And he actually said come. And the monkey beat his drums and the sword cut and the bowling ball cannon. And Bill's head got cut clean off at 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 24 seconds. Honestly, it was actually a rig system that set across and prosthetic head gore. But what actually made the irony is it was engraved with Lois, a perfect score usual, a final destination, death, trauma. Theo actually film was horrifying relation. The cartoony deaths. Louis 2 and G. Honestly, Auburn lean into slapstick ranks snapping up. Espresso machine explode, flying ball cannons with cartoon logic because become lethal because establishing each death stage beat that set up at the row of the death because the accident that go over the top like cobra bites, wasp in the draw and blah. Actually, how cartoons do. And final destination, final deaths with vending machines, and Ross had spiral that Final Destination is unseen that the force. It actually can be anything that happened. And Final Destination sometimes play death straight, and Perkins push that twice is not the same. He said that he want the monkey to be a haunted sad toy that is grotesque do and a critical. No. Honestly, after they left Bill's house, they see a man on the surfboard at 1 hour 29 minutes and 13 seconds, impaled by a surfboard off screen. Then a woman cry over her baby. I don't know the gender of the baby because the baby is burning alive in the carrier. And we see a woman with black eyes and smoky. It's actually starting to rain because they actually want to go dancing just like his mom. And the movie ends with 10 female cheerleaders got decapitated by a moving truck at 1 hour 31 minutes and 29 seconds. Honestly, the ending, after Bill Bobo dead and they now leave the town, they drive through the wreckage and the murky chaos. They see a pale rider on a horse. Honestly, if you actually know, the pale horseman, right on the horseman is the horse of death by the Book of Revelation. Death is inevitable. Anywhere the monkey is just an instrument. How is keeping the monkey instead of destroying it? However, he accepts that death can not only escape. The early deaths were actually concerned, and final destination. The final deaths are concerned. In the monkey, start the freak gags. The free accident gag. By the end, it revealed that death is a metaphor itself, rather unstoppable and absurd. Perkins intent. He said, "Everybody dies. That life. The hammer that home by isn't even the audience." Okay. The surfboard is a practical dummy that is rigged with a surfboard and hands up by a blood spray. There's no baby use digital sound or crib that burned and shot that debris off screen and that show horror. And it was filmed, and the cheerleader decapitation was filmed with stunt performers running in formation. In the bus with their heads decapitated. And the truck, it's a green screen truck that the digital blood that it's like a grand guillotine. And Perkins want the bus to the bus crash at the last image to the turn the mirror on the audience. Horror fans who cheer for the death now watch their deaths die. Alright guys, allergy season. 27 people lost their lives in the monkey. 9 males, 17 females, and 1 baby. Honestly, the baby is unknown gender. So, we're counting this. This is all caused by turning the key by Bill, by Hal, by Petey Jr., by Petey. Well, runtime of 98 minutes, we got kill on average every 0.2 minutes. With the great acts of execution that goes to the great depth is mainly Ricky. Honestly, the depth of Ricky is okay. This is why this is a great depth. Fans love it is grotesque, surreal, and unforgettable because honestly, there is so many contenders like Dwayne's death with a rake, or the pool death, or Chip's death of turning into a human meat pie. But the truth of it all is the Wasa crawl out of the hive into his mouth and turn his whole mouth into a nest. And also the pure horror is to break the jaw a little. Honestly, Rowan Campbell said it's his favorite death I ever filmed that day was electric. Fans actually nicknamed the hive inside. Fans get the most disturbing, creative, and absurd kill in the movie. A perfect blend of body horror and cartoon logic. The would-be acts go to the lamest step. It called, honestly, the unnamed man. Honestly, it just background noise, but it's really not noticeable unless you actually took a look, very good look. Good thing I actually did. 2 times. This fans just say it's off screen. The body just shows stuck in a tree. No villain, no punchline, no splatter. He just called tree meat. A blink and you miss it gag that have no impact. It was released in 2025 and I actually love it. This movie is packed with references to cartoons. Dwayne's death is a reference to The Simpsons, and all the deaths are a reference to Final Destination, Looney Tunes, and all the deaths. And Stephen King, if you're actually on YouTube and want to comment on my page, feel free. I'm William Prouty, aka Nexus. Better turn the key for next time. See ya, bye! How many lives lost did this monkey took? Let's find out and get to the number. Wait, why I heard her drums? Uh-oh. Oh. Good thing I'm immune for my Rock Boys series. Let's get to the numbers.